But on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. In no other frickin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, two idiots who misinterpret the news, so you don't have to. The dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours.
On a little show called Lunch. Waldo starting us off right today with 1,000 bits. Thank you, Waldo. And he says news, and I don't know why that didn't update on the bit goal.
Well, I don't know, but Stymie was a little premature because I haven't up the giveaway yet.
Let's see if refreshing that does it. Yes, let's open the giveaways. No, it didn't update. I don't know why, but thank you, Stymie. Thank you, Waldo.
Yeah, Waldo's like, I want to play
1,000 bits. No, he said news. He wants news. He wants the nudes. But yes, says Waldo is currently in Amsterdam, hanging out on break from his cruising, and having a good time.
Not just the red light district, but also like go visit some of the museums.
Ah, okay. I told him to stay away from the cafes and not to do any of the bad stuff there. He says too many years of security clearances to be doing that kind of stuff, and I understand that definitely. But nips for bites, nips for bits, no bits for nips, isn't it? The other way around. But welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Thursday, October 14th, 2021. And this is going to be the last show of the week.
I've got off?
Family coming into town. Yeah, it was actually, it's turned into a major jumble cluster of craziness. Originally, it was just my brother and his couple of kids coming in. And now the whole clan's coming in, all 5 kids, him and the wife, my father and his wife are driving in. Yeah, everybody's coming in now. So it all ballooned from my brother and his 2 youngest to everybody and their dog coming. So
and Waldo, thank you for that sub.
There you go.
And the funny part is I don't know why that didn't display.
Yeah, mine didn't display or register either.
Well, I got the sound effect. I didn't get the visual.
Yeah. Might be a Streamlabs thing.
I turned... So the Twitch alerts follow sound alerts thing got disabled for some odd reason
Got disabled.
on my screen. Yeah.
Oh,
But
mine are enabled.
1,000 bits. Thank you, Waldo. We're staying on the news. So, you ready to talk about some news? Because we
News?
can always go talk about the Tweeterverse.
What kind of news? Is there updates on the Tweeterverse? I didn't think there was. Let's go see.
No, there's not.
There is not, yes. But we're going to talk about yesterday's tweet real quick again because I've got some
Yes.
information to share as
Yes.
soon as I get over here and get these.
New QA build underway. This will allow founder deeds to upgrade. Also, it will change the AFK behavior. No more sitting. You will now just do what you were doing. Want to go AFK, dancing, awesome. You'll just keep on dancing, but with an AFK by your name.
That's right.
But that big news right there is upgrade to founder deeds. Who would have called it that, hey, this, when we accidentally enabled deed upgrades and oops, some people upgraded founder deeds. And then it's like, oh no, we're never going to do that again.
That was a mistake. Back? We're not allowed to do that because those were backer rewards that we're never going to give away again. Here they are.
There they are. Yeah.
I went over onto QA yesterday and checked out a couple of situations here, and the top one here is taking a tax-free founder town deed. Scroll up pictures.
Scroll up pictures.
First one.
First one is up on my screen.
Which is a founder town deed, which just has 3 upgrades to a city, a keep, or a castle. From a town deed, it'll cost you
$900.
$900 to get that. That what they call a cash grab? I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Those things where they're supposed to never be done again.
Yeah.
It's Tina with the subscription.
Tina with the sub.
Yeah. And the second one that you had was the
from a road deed.
From a road deed all the way to a castle deed, $1,000.
So yeah, $1,000, really? The hell of a lot of crowns.
You can buy those crowns at shroudmarketplace.com for cheaper.
There you go.
You can get them from Porknip at any time.
Tina, we playing marbles? Give us a track number.
Yeah. Andy's like, and 750. Well, you have to remember that, like, when you buy those crowns, it's not always $100 is 1,000 crowns or 10,000 crowns.
Tina says, wait. Tax-free water deed.
Yes, a founder deed can now be upgraded to another founder deed.
A founder deed is a water lot deed, if you do recall. Founder deed was supposed to be the only water lot deeds to begin with until they decided to screw the pooch on that one and introduce POT water lot deeds.
Well,
which of course
part of that is because they thought that water deeds were going to be what everybody really wanted. So they created a ton of water properties and a couple of scenes that were just for water lots.
And truth be told, I really don't have a problem with
how many people. Yeah.
With having created
all the empty stuff.
The POT water lot deeds, but you know,
I have no problems with that either. But the issue that I have is we fucked up. We're never going to do this again. And what are we going to do again?
Here we go. We're doing it again. What was that, Casey?
I said Q mom.
Q mom. Now, mom, we're going to cue mom here in just a few minutes. when we get to the main topics of today. But
which I have no idea what they are.
had to
Something
show.
from yesterday. Yeah.
Going to get my helmet.
Yeah, better get that helmet out. Meanwhile, we've got a game of marbles up on screen. We've got the
Okay.
Delta, a real tricky track.
I have Lily trying to help me click buttons today.
As always.
Okay, I'm going to be playing Gerg's Splashtastic Sea Venture.
That's the new track's 57, right?
I have no idea, but we are going to be clicking start in 3, 2, 1, start.
That's a cool looking track. I played that as a random track the other day.
Okay,
Got the shark and the squid or octopus, whatever it is, sitting there.
I don't know. I've never played it.
You can't see it just yet, but you'll see it in a minute.
Well, does the shark eat people, and does the octopus eat people?
Something like that. The shark's got his mouth open as the marbles go through it. So yeah.
Oh, but it doesn't like eat them and eject them.
Yeah. Well, it does. You'll have to see it. Yeah. I mean, he's not not chomping them. I mean, it would be nice if there was an animation going on there, but I believe he goes in through the mouth and comes out through the butt. You'll have to look at
that. Doesn't eject them.
Oh, you mean eject them from the track? Yeah, no.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Got Lily all set up except for her tail doing weird things. We're down to 10 seconds. Don't forget ! Play on both sides. And ! I love free ship, because we've got to do some giveaways as soon as this is done, because of the subscription.
Thanks to Waldo and the subscriptions. Yes, absolutely. And Serpent Line says, I tried to register for Shroud Marketplace per the ad here, and it won't verify me. I think we can get you some help on that.
Address.
Check your spam mail.
Nah, use like a Gmail account. Uh-oh. I have no idea who's in the lead, because Thradia dropped from somewhere.
Thradia is in the lead over here.
Yeah.
But Cynicus coming up and trying to steal that lead from Thradia, and he does.
Yeah. Because it may be your mail provider blocking the email completely, and where it won't even show up in spam. Where are people randomly coming from that they just shoot ahead of everybody else?
I don't know. You have to pull out and see.
I have no idea. Well, it's like I pulled out, but Thradia is still in the lead for now. But Mom just takes the lead going over to the finish, and Mom is victorious. I didn't see the shark or the squid.
All the way up top there? No?
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like Synassist.
Mom needs some token scrolls before she gets out her helmet. Do you have your helmet handy, Mom?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. Is it a padded helmet?
I was gonna say she's got on her roller derby helmet. She probably needs some elbow pads and some knee pads as well, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Synassist wins, so no scrolls to anybody out there.
Everybody's got to send
Jack some scrolls. That's right.
Wait.
Well, let's go ahead and find some games here. First, I'm going to go ahead and pull a winner.
I'm closing my giveaway, picking a wiener. And Tina winning something. Don't know what Tina's winning yet. It is a copy of the Rec Center Tycoon. Can I copy and paste with Lily's tail in the way? So Tina,
okay, we're going to close the giveaway. We're going to pick ourselves a winner.
There you go.
And Vosh Halen has got himself a copy of Hot Shot Racing on Steam. Hot Shot Racing on Steam. Congratulations, Vosh.
And
as we get
then
him his.
how much is Rec Center Tycoon?
What is it?
$11.99.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a $14 game.
$12 game, man.
$12 game. Bosh Halen.
$12.
$12 make you holla. There's
Yeah.
Vosh. And let's see, are we going to do a couple others right now? Or, yeah, I guess we should get them out of the way right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset, going to make you all do that in a couple minutes. We're going to pull two, thanks to Waldo's 1,000-bit donation. So everybody get raffled up in a couple minutes. We're going to pull two back to back. So everybody get in on it for a chance to win the mystery game keys.
Okay, hopefully that worked.
Hopefully.
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 Yeah. Okay. Now we are going back to the Shroud stuff. Do you have your giveaway open?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to a few posts by Stelch. This is
Stelch.
Stelch. Interesting name.
Stelch. Okay. Are we going to be talking about barley first?
We're going to start with barley. Absolutely.
Okay.
Get ready for it.
I'm here.
Hi, I think 1 coin for barley is too low. I have 879 planting places. I bought 879 barley seeds for 14 gold. All watering rules completed. I gathered the harvest.
14,064 gold.
Sorry, 14,064. I gather harvest and I got 14,075 barley. This means the costs do not pay off and such farming is at a loss. I think that is extremely wrong. Please increase cost for barley at NPC vendor listings. For now, only one culture pays off. That's cotton. And another one, there is no price range in the game. Whatever the seller is, the prices are the same. The tooltip says that selling certain goods to certain sellers, you can get more money. In fact, this is not so. Or only works with weapons at the blacksmith.
Which is not true. And there's a name
for
that.
For a lot of things, it is true. For the very few
I just
things.
looked this up the other day. Hold on. What was it?
What did you look up?
There's a word that they use for this. So I've got to tag match. That's it. Tag match.
Okay.
So let's get this up.
Hold on.
Yeah. And I'll put this in Discord for you, and I'll put this in into chat for everybody, so everybody can follow along if they want to look this up for themselves. It's tag match. So first off, yes, that is not quite true, and we'll get this up on screen. When you tag match, alchemists will buy gold ore, silver ore, mystical graph gems for above prices, and these are the alchemists that are listed. Blacksmiths will offer 5 gold for iron ore. I don't think these prices are great either, but they will buy iron ore, copper ore, nickel, tin, and tungsten. Tailors will buy beetle carapaces and black cutworms. Weapons and armor, which he says are the only items that you can sell, are available. Excuse me. Sorry about that. A little tickle in the nose. Can be sold to all these vendors on the list. Obsidian chips can be sold over at this vendor. Crafted animal headdresses can be sold at these vendors, and you can't see all the way down there, and I can't scroll, but repair kits can be sold at two different vendors for up to 10 gold each. So there is actually a list of where the vendors are located, what they're buying for what price, and where you can sell some of that vendor trash and get it out of stock for the best price on an NPC vendor. So just to shoot down his, in fact, it's not. It only works with weapons. The blacksmith is Bunkus. So first off, and I'm gonna wait to see if Jack gets off the phone here real quick. But first off, Stelch, selling to NPC vendors is not, listen to me, not supposed to be profitable. You're not supposed to make a profit selling to NPC vendors. And they've gone through many, 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 many changes in order to make this so, because people were taking advantage of it. One of them was actually the animal headdresses for a long time. Another one was people selling, what was it, leather straps. You would make leather straps and go sell them to NPC vendors for a stupid amount of profit. And even back in the day, I remember it was bark bread, was it? Anybody remember selling bark bread? Yeah, my mom
Heart bread
remembers
was
that.
the shit, man.
Selling bark bread for, just insane amounts of profits for little to no cost to the maker. And they've taken all that out. The idea behind farming is to, well, I understand, Tina, and I'm going to pin your comment there for everybody to see. He says, I mean, yes, he's wrong, but that's not his point. He wants to make profit selling farm goods to vendors. And again, but it's not the way the game was designed. So you're asking for something that was designed to not be working that way. So you can ask all you want, but they've done everything in their power to make it not that way. So whining about it ain't gonna help you. The idea is that this is a MMO, massive multiplayer online game, and your profit should be coming from selling to other players. Now, of course, if he's too lazy to get himself some property and get himself a vendor and put it up there for sale, but he just wants to go ahead and be able to live in his own little bubble and make loads of gold. Casey Cupcakes, interesting point, but I can tell you there are lots of people out there making lots of profit, selling lots of goods out there to people. I think Tina will tell you that he makes quite a bit of goods selling off the VMC vendors. Is that correct, Tina? I think you sell quite a bit of money's worth of goods out there on the daily. I know I make a pretty decent living as a merchant. Not my initial complaint. I have no complaint about it. He's got the complaint. So let's make that clear first off. Um, I would love to have a game where, sure, I could go ahead. Not lately, but that's just because you've been lazy, yes. And Maynard says, they tell us no, but then they does it anyway. Yeah, I don't know about that. Farm Sim 2016 from Cowboy Bill, y'all. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But Coswell says, I disagree that all farmable goods should turn a profit at the NPC, and that's not the point of the agriculture system. I do maintain buy orders for barley and other crops in Arlia. And there's a number of players looking for barley pretty much all the time. You shouldn't have much trouble turning a profit on your seeds. So yeah, he was the one who pointed out the tag match vendors. I should have just read a little bit more. And of course he debunks that there. And then Elwin chimes in this. I checked the wiki and it looks like barley and not the seed is sold by NPCs for 18, so you should be able to sell to players for much more than 1 gold. Seeds are 16, so if you sold all the barley to another player for 10 each, you'd get 140k or 900% profit. And the other guy saves 84k, while the total amount of gold possessed by the players remains constant. Or you can craft that barley into something even more desired by players for possibly more profit. Remember this quote, folks, because we're going to get into this here, and this is where Mom's really going to be banging her head against the table. Proper economy passes gold around between players as a method of change. NPCs should not be a 0-point source for gold for whatever infinite supply of junk you have lying around to feed them. When that happens, the whole economy now has a lot more gold, making it all worth slightly less. Multiply by hundreds of players, and you get inflation due to a surplus of money. That gold only goes away when you buy something from an NPC or pay some sort of in-game tax, making your gold vanish. It's a subtle distinction unless you think about it a lot. Grinding grass for NPC money is a bad MMO trope that needs to go away. It's also easy to abuse by gold farmer types, which I agree with. And Stelch comes back and says, sometimes need extra money immediately. Selling harvest to players is not a fast process. Have you tried Trader's Chat, Stelch? Trader's Chat. Sell stuff, lower your price a little bit, take a little bit of a cut, sell it immediately.
Translation, I want lots of money fast and I don't want to sell to other players.
And I don't want to work for it. Yeah, I don't want to do anything for it except process it and then sell it to NPCs
This is a common
anytime I
theme as
want.
we get
Yeah.
going.
Yes, exactly. If you sold all the barley for another player for 10 years each, he says, try it. Good luck. Other vendors have lots of all cultures cheaper than 2 gold. 10 for 1 barley. You imagine ideal without competition, but this is only your fantasy. So he's going, then he goes on to say, I checked vendors and you didn't have any buy orders, so on and so forth. Of course, the reason why he had no buy orders stuff is because people sold their stuff to him. That's why he had no buy orders. People sold their stuff to him. Hello? So anyway, he goes back to argue his point, and of course, then he wants to equate 1 seed of pepper is 8 gold, and 1 pepper equals 1 gold piece. Well, you'll notice that just about everything is 1 gold piece, with the exception of that cotton. And again, cotton is possible to make. Time Lord chimes in. I was still and am very disappointed with the developer decision that was made to chop the legs off agriculture profit through NPC sales. I don't know what's in store for agriculture's future, but I think selling rusty swords from level 1 skeletons is more profit rewarding in time spent. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
You're going to spend that time.
It's time is money. They should make it so that way, hey, you know what? If you want to sell straight to a vendor, you can sell it for 2 gold.
Again,
or even 4 gold.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you should be able to make a profit selling things to vendors.
The problem is with agriculture specifically, especially when they doubled everything. People with these massive farms, again, this is what drove the price down, started farming and selling exclusively to vendors and basically making a shit ton of money for no effort whatsoever, which doesn't help the player economy at all. It just gives them more gold that they just keep in their bank accounts.
And leaves everybody who wants to buy that cotton standing there holding the goods because they have no place to buy the cotton because everybody's selling it to the NPC vendors for profit instead of putting it on their regular vendors for other players to be able to purchase and buy. Let's go down to Coswald's last post here, and I'll let you pick it up there.
Remember that agriculture profits are higher than ever. Cotton, which has always been the highest profit plant, now makes 9.8 gold piece a slot a day from the NPC at a 1x growth speed. Mandrake and Nightshade, even when sold to the NPC, make 97.5% as much gold per slot per day as Cotton used to. Prices of Mandrake and Garlic to players have not dropped since the changes, yet the cost of growing them was reduced by 18% and 30% respectively. This translates directly to increased profits. Agriculture XP was also recently doubled, something that's planned to persist past the double XP event and be a permanent change. We're only burdened with 10% as much water, which eases the logistics, and Elven Brandy speeds the process with a commonly dropped drink. As someone with tens of thousands of planting slots, I can say farming is more rewarding than it has ever been.
So apparently, Stelch is not doing something proper to make profits from his. But we're gonna jump all the way back to.
Did you read the comments in Tina's post? The problem is you're making a tap without enough sinks. This is why taps and sinks is no way to run an economy. Well, I mean, as it is, they've removed every single gold sink from within the game.
Anyone that's decent, except for Black Pearl, which really isn't.
And that only affects a certain group of people.
But let's go back up to the top, the third post to Elwyn's post, first paragraph, because I told you to remember this quote in the second paragraph. Sorry. I'm sorry. Or first paragraph.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Elwyn's post.
Which Elwyn post?
The third post down. I said it twice.
Well, do you remember I was taking a call?
I just said it. I didn't say it on your call.
Which paragraph?
Is first paragraph, last sentence. Or you could craft that barley into something even more desired by players possibly for more profit. Let's move on to Stelch's next complaint. Decrease ripening time for alcoholic
drinks if they're placed in a basement. Hi, I thought a lot and suddenly realized that the ripening time of alcoholic drinks in the game is constant.
Yes.
In my opinion, this is not entirely correct. I suggest reducing the ripening time for alcoholic beverages if the barrels are in the basement. Following the example of growing in greenhouses, there is a speed of double, and if you try to grow something in the basement, the speed is 0.1. Why not do the opposite? In any other place, alcoholic beverages are infused at the usual rate, and if they're in the basement, then double. In my opinion, this will be fair. 25-year-old whiskey wait a real world year. Carl! After discussion, I changed my mind. Please add refrigerator with these characteristics.
Nope.
What?
So move on, Coswald.
As far as as fun as this would be as a mechanic, I'm not sure making it easier to generate even more NPC gold is faster is a good decision at this time. I know it's really tempting to always ask for more, faster, bigger, better, easier ways of generating gold, but it can be a dangerous path. What does gold and NPC have to do with it? I'm talking about accelerating fermentation in the basement. Wrong topic.
So he can make more gold.
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, keep going.
Whiskey is often crafted with the sole intention of selling the product to an NPC as a means of earning gold. Not my opinion. I make whiskey for myself, and if I sell it, then in barrels to other players.
So he's basically stating that he's not doing this for the gold, right? But meanwhile, in his other posts, he wants to do it for the gold, but taking that barley and turning it into whiskey and having to wait a year for 25-year whiskey, and then he's going to sell that to players. Okay, he's going to take a year to make 25-year whiskey, which is not the profit maker. It's the month-long whiskey that actually will make you the profit. But continue on.
The Serpent Wine's comment is funny. Chris just said on stream that whiskey triggers gold spike alerts because all the work is done way in advance of it being sold. Lol. Adam Crow's like, I know players with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of whiskey barrels. They rotate each week for grid profits. I agree with Coswald. Increasing that gold faucet would probably be a bad idea at this time. Inflation is already an issue with the way loot has been amped up. I mean, that decreased time will only work if the barrel is placed in the basement directly, not inside another container. Thousands of barrels can't be placed at the basement. There's not enough space, even if you have a 5-story city-sized basement.
And then Lane just shoots him down.
Keep Stoner Basement Arena has plenty of place, but alas, I didn't take a screenshot when I had thousands placed down. I don't know. I could have that basement.
Yeah, so can I, and I know hundreds of other players can have that basement.
And a few hundred other players can also have that same basement.
And now, thanks to Portnip, anybody can have that basement by getting themselves upgraded to a keeper castle and getting that basement. So, boom, we're going to shoot that one down now with the newest
For the
changes.
basement, I use a dungeon.
Even better. Even better, right? Yeah.
Half my dungeon is whiskey barrels, the other half is farm lots.
Yeah.
Yep.
But don't worry, Jack, as I posted, he has a thread complaining about in-game gold inflation too.
He does?
I don't think I have that one. You have a copy of that one for us?
I will find it and post it to you.
Yes, please.
Are you sure you want to do that?
But, okay, you have to understand, this guy, it may be a language thing, but this guy it's not even, hey, can we do this? It's, this is wrong and I want it now, and it's all exclamation points. Can you at least ask nicely?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, this all goes back to, where are the gold sinks in the game? Why, because even Chris's own criteria, there's how many million created every single day, and then versus 7 million gold removed a month.
Right. A lot of this all started with him too. And Les and I have laughingly talked about this. One of his very first complaints is he's mad about collision on the individual planter pots.
Oh, yeah, this is funny. Listen
overlapped, to this. And he couldn't harvest the plants because they were colliding with each other when they shouldn't be able to collide at all.
Oops.
Cowboy Bill says he's a Russian player, so there is some language barrier. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not complaining about Catalarium right now?
Yes, no.
Portnip.
But go down to Stelch's next post.
I am due no means considering dungeons for this purpose, but at Novia Market, total disappear 25. Your whiskey, I mean cheap one and with lots. Greater than 100 had provided drink and succeed vendor. My first barrel ripens only after half a year, so I really hate that people who sell this whiskey to the NPC. However, inflation is not in control of that at Shanghai. For example, he decreases Kodo cost to 340, and I can't sell Maplewood for 130. 5,000 in stock, and anyone buys who want it. Then he will increase Kodo costs again. I will lose my money anyway.
What does Koto
What?
cost have to do with him selling wood for 130, which is way high in my opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. What is
I am Russian. I make alcohol for personal use. We don't have any vodka. We need potatoes.
we have potatoes.
We need vodka. And we need potato chips.
Let's see. What is wood going for on the price guide?
And he wants a real refrigerator with a capacity of 300 barrels.
Yeah. Well, see now that in itself, making a lager compared to an ale or anything else would require refrigeration when it came down to brewing beer.
Yeah.
That has
and
no effect on wine or spirits or whiskey, or spirits being whiskey, but
yeah.
the only
And
effect refrigeration would have would be lagering beer. That would be the only effect that would have. But right now, the VMC price guide suggests the price of 140 for wood. So if he's not selling at 130, I don't know what his problem is.
vendor visibility.
Well, yeah, the fact that he probably doesn't have any vendors. But anyway, before we move on, as promised, we're going to pull 2 keys here coming up. Are you ready to pull a couple keys?
Sure. Let's go ahead and pick a winner. And Gorix getting himself a copy of Detective D, The Silk Rose Murders.
Bridget Royal is our first
And
winner. And our second winner is Serpent Wine. And let's see what they've got.
And then let's go pick another wiener. And that's going to be Spawn Fort Egg getting a copy of
Got a
Reveal
copy
Key.
of Moon Hunters, $14.99 for Bridge Troll. And we're going to get a copy of Railway Empire for Serpent Wine, which is $29.99. Congratulations to both of you. And let me get you those keys.
And those keys are sent out. I have no idea what the prices were. But Detective D, the Silk Rose Murders, $10.99, and Spawn getting a copy of Flame in the Flood. The $2.99.
Boo.
Boo. But giveaway is reopened. Sorry about that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
And we have Serpent Wine.
But yes, Serpent One's like, I almost bought that game. It's a good thing that you didn't.
Well,
Why
now
buy
you got
games
a copy free
when you can watch Lunch with Laz and Jack?
There we go. Game keys are out, and we will refresh those giveaways so that you guys can get in for next giveaway coming up at the end of the stream. So congratulations, Serpent Wine. I hope you really enjoy that one. Supposed to be a pretty cool game. Haven't played it myself, so. So anyway, yes, Stelch basically says, he wants a refrigerator now, and he doesn't want to sell the whiskey. The barley is too low to sell to NPC players, so somebody suggested he make whiskey, and now he decided to go for the 25-year whiskey, which takes a whole in-game year instead of going for a lesser whiskey like takes a month, and that you can actually sell to the NPCs for profits. You can actually sell that to NPC for profits. You hear us out there? But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to sell that to players, but he doesn't want to sell the barley to players, which just totally blows my mind.
Oh, man.
And then, of course, let's go to the next one, because this one I think is actually something that's an interesting idea, but we have greenhouses, so, But again, he wants to use his basements. The agriculture photo lamp A Fido lamp should
Oh,
be.
so why are you picking on this guy?
It was
Flanagan,
just
could you?
topics. This has been in the queue for over a week now. I'm not
Oh,
picking on them.
I
These were
know.
just topics that came up.
It's like,
Yeah, yeah. And
yeah.
I got to get this out there to explain to some folks, or at least people who
Could
don't.
could you add a craftable Fido lamp for basement-based farms? I think this device must be cobalt and must increase grow speed to X2, like in the greenhouse, possibly in two various. So he wants a grow lamp. That's all he
Yeah,
wants.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't say there was anything bad about it, but we
I
already have
think
greenhouses.
2x is a bit much. Maybe make it go to like an indoor speed versus or
Like an
outside
outside
speed
speed
versus
up to 1.
yeah.
It's from point 1 to 1.
Again, he seems to have this thing with the basements, which tells me he doesn't want to interact with anybody, or he doesn't want anybody seeing what he's doing. So he's sticking to his basements for
Play
whatever it is that
offline.
yeah, for whatever it is that he's up to. And everything seems to be stuff that he's looking to make a profit off of, but he's not looking to make a profit off of, in his own words. I'm not making a profit off the barley because I can't sell it to NPCs, but I'm not making a profit off my whiskey because
Because I'm not selling it.
because I'm selling it only to players. Yeah. So I mean, I just don't get the philosophy. First off, second off, again, is yeah, you gotta read how these systems are, and you gotta go out there. Like if he actually did his research, he would find out that turning that barley into the what is it, a 7-year whiskey, which takes a month to
Yeah.
brew, he could actually
Gee.
turn that for a decent profit, selling to NPC vendors. Again, the problem is he wants instant gratification, which is like yeah.
If there's one thing that really works well in a medieval RPG setting, it is advanced 21st century hydroponics.
And
Thank
Dark
you,
Moon
Dark
Monkey
Moon
was the show
Monkey. Thank
today.
you. Thank you
Yeah.
for showing up. But the other thing is, you also have to remember that we avatars are transferred from our world to theirs.
Yes.
And if you read the novels, spoiler alert, the Titans were also aliens. So it's not the first time
Spoiler alert.
that like aliens have ever traversed
But
into this realm.
meanwhile, we rely on the local kobolds to come up with these ingenious inventions that we have instead
Well,
of.
So since Laz hasn't read the book yet, spoiler alert, the races are crafted through magic for a certain purpose.
Not all the races.
Most of them.
Which ones? Which ones? I did read some of the books, so let's go there. Which ones? The elves, the evil elves,
The trolls,
the trolls.
the kobolds.
I don't know about the kobolds. Were they?
They're all crafted from humans.
Anyway,
Although, like in the books, there are some elven features in the residents of Opolis, I think it was, but they aren't described as elves. Yes, the real Avatar farmed all day and never complained once. Yeah. If you're gonna, no, the Titans did not come from Earth. They came from some other planet. Like
see those
yeah.
2 moons that crashed above? Yeah, that's where they came from.
No, further away. That's why they lived much longer than humans.
They're dead, Jim.
They're dead, Jim.
Speaking of which, how many people caught William Shatner going into space yesterday? Raise your hands.
All 10 minutes of it.
Went the penis rocket.
He rode the giant cock, had 3 love
How
affairs in that
fitting.
10-minute trip.
But a giant
And
dick
returned back.
went into space in a penis rocket.
Yes.
I think Richard Garriott would have told William not to go up there just because of their flight ratio. That was their second man human mission, and when you really don't have any good stats behind human man's flight, you really shouldn't take that risk, but he did. So
You know what? How old is William Shatner? 90
90.
something.
90,
So
yeah.
fuck it. Why wait?
Yeah.
If you blow up, it's like he led a long, fruitful life. Not in his prime, and it's chance of a lifetime.
Yeah. But let's get one more topic out the way. This one doesn't come from Stelch. This one comes from Warius.
So we're going to be talking about Warius's Royal Purple Dye. Make it teachable. I don't think it makes any sense that the Royal Elderberry can be tradable item when one can't be taught how to make the dye from it. Ha. Yeah.
Any chance you'll make this recipe teachable? And of course, I quoted directly out of SodaWiki.
Yeah.
Want to read that? Because that's going to change here soon. So let's just read right out of SodaWiki.
Which one?
Pick either one, or you can just read the one that's got the highlighted Royal Elderberry seed next to it.
Okay. Planting the Royal Elderberry seed will yield a Royal Elderberry, which is necessary to create the unique Royal Purple Founder's Dye. There will be no other source ever for creating the Royal Purple Founder's Dye. Elderberry is tradable, but only those who got the original recipe may use it. There will be no other source ever for creating the Royal Purple Founder's Dye.
Now, that last part where the second sentence starts is just my commentary. That's not out of the wiki, just that this is out of the wiki.
Yeah. What do the words never mean at Portnip?
Doesn't say never, it says ever.
Never, ever will I.
Yes.
Put a finger in my butt until I go wipe and use some really cheap toilet paper. With all the promises broken by Portnip over the last several years, Tina points out that it will be available not until next week.
Not until next week. That's right.
Yeah.
But even at the fact that it was tradable, and Mom, of course, goes, didn't they make that non-tradable?
Crossfire Bugseye is Portnip bound by Portalarium promises. The game agreement, the subscription.
Let's go to the main website. Let's go out to the main website. Get this up on screen. Yeah.
Shroud of
the Avatar. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Oh wait, I need to remove the pages. Yeah. Just straight to the main page.
Yeah.
All the way down to the bottom. Copyright 2021 Portalarium Incorporated.
Not copyright 2021 Catnip Games. Portalarium. So, yes, we should still be bound to everything from Portalarium. And again, Chris was the HNIC in Portalarium for all this stuff to begin with. So
yes,
he should be bound to the stuff that he designed and he promised as the head guy in Portalarium. Shotglass knows what that means. That's why he's laughing.
Yeah.
So when you're the head guy in charge of this development and stuff, you should stick to those promises that you made when you were creating them in the first place. That's all I'm going to say on that. But anyway, as Mom said, didn't they make it untradeable? No. What happened is, while the recipe was tradable, still is tradable, and the actual seed itself is tradable, apparently there was a way for people to duplicate
Bug?
that seed at one point, a bug,
Bug.
and they just let it run. They didn't fix it, and then when they finally fixed the bug, we had lots of duplicate plants out there, which was great for some, but not great for many. But the idea was that most everybody who got that recipe as a reward, one of the very first things they did was clicked on that and put them in the recipe book, and the recipe is non-tradable, non-teachable. So that took out all the thousands of recipes that were in the game, and everybody who's got them, that's it. There's no other way to teach it. There's no other way to learn it, unless you got somebody, excuse me, who did not use the recipe and was willing to give up their chances of ever making the die by selling the recipe. And there were a very small handful of people who did that. But your chances of getting that recipe are basically nil these days. But your chances of getting the actual seed and making a plant is actually quite possible, because there are still people out there selling their ill-gotten gains.
Yep. Got stuff.
Cowboy Bill, y'all, what I don't get what he's saying. Is a royal backer not reggie backer as well? No.
So the founders were supposed to be Kickstarter backers. Okay.
There's royal founder, regular,
Yeah.
donator.
Okay.
So there's three tiers.
Royal founder would be Kickstarter backer. Founder post Kickstarter, until they decided to just go remove both of those and just go with regular pledges. So, but you had to hit a certain pledge level as a royal founder.
Benefactor. Thank you, Stymie. Yes, benefactor.
For the
Mom, that should be done through the. Anybody can change that interface. You just got to go do it in the forums, I thought. Or is it through
your pledge level is not high enough for this action? It
really?
won't let me do it.
Yeah.
What pledge level are you? That says I got to look at this now.
Hold on, let me look.
And where are you trying to change the avatar?
Through the actual Shroud forum.
Oh no, you don't do it in the forums. You do it through your account on the account page.
Well, but it won't let me.
I would go check it on your account page, because you should be able to set an avatar on your account page regardless. Just edit your profile. I've done it for $45 accounts. I mean, yeah.
I'll have to look again. Where is it? Because I am whatever pledge level I needed to be to get 2 vendors. Or 2 characters or something like that.
Yeah, again, all this stuff in the forums is locked. You can't change anything in the forums via the forum. You need to go to the main page, go out to accounts, and I'm going to put this up on screen for you. Actually, I don't know if I should put this up on screen because it's got all my user ID and stuff, but yeah. I see if I can't put this off to the side so that
Pledges.
But I'm gonna just do this so I don't have to show it. And go to edit profile, and you should be able to change your picture there.
Yeah, there's one now. I tried to do it, I think, probably from somewhere else, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, it's from inside the forum. You can't do it from inside the forum. That you used to be able to give yourself a title in the forums too, but they locked that out because too many people were having fun with it.
I just love all the stuff that I bought a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then I stopped buying things.
But meanwhile, we've got to get out of here. We'll be back with more on Monday right here on NBNN.
And if you actually wanted to know, oops. Hopefully no one steals that. My Star Citizen codes.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of that is out there. I mean, it's like you can see that I spent a lot of money on stuff. No more.
But I've got a copy of Konung 2 for some special person out there, and we're going to see what that's worth.
And
That's a whole
Econdist
$2.99.
getting himself a copy of Rec Center Tycoon. Oh, wait.
And
What did I give away
Qbert
last
EK. I don't know. What did you give away last time?
Oh,
That?
whoever I said Rec Center Tycoon before, it might have been Railway Empire.
Did you give away Railway Empire too?
I think so. Rec Center Tycoon's $12.
I gave away Railway Empire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I have no idea.
But Qbert EK is the winner of our last drawing of the day. Again, we'll be back with more on Monday because I'm taking the day off tomorrow. So till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday.
Bye-bye.